Don't worry, I'm not going to whisper. I'm not going to whisper it all the time. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. That was me being very silly. Um, I am Progront or Pregante. In this game, I am anyway. I'm Prognant, and we're trying to keep alive because there are monsters that hear any sound, such as a burp, you eating potato chips, you doing anything out of the ordinary, and the monsters come and eat you straight away. I am Pregat, correct, Fop Fops. Um, so we're going to get into this game in a minute. Just going to let everyone come in, just chill for a moment, just while people arrive. Burping did happen there. Last time I burped at one point and the monster killed me. It's a fun day today. I've had a good day today. Hope everyone else has had a good day. I'm excited about the state of play, which I think happens. Excuse me. I think Are we having a baby shower today? Oh, that's a nice idea. And a gender reveal party in which we blow up one of the monsters and whatever color its guts are. That's the gender of the baby. Yes, thank you for the Gesundheit. Yes, we got a state of play after the stream. There is a state of play. I'm excited about that. Been scheming with Neil today about some streams and the podcast that we're working on over the weekend again. So that's exciting. Hey, Peaches. Clym is not here tonight. Clym is being busy with stuff. So he is not joining us this evening. He will be back later in the week for some more Raft, because we've been enjoying that game, playing that game together. Clemmy is also downstairs at the moment. Blind Panda Bear, happy 1 year. Clym isn't pregont, correct, not pregont. Clemmy is down in the office. She's pulling her usual, oh, you're talking at the TV for a couple of hours like a madman, are you? Well, I'm not having any part of this. I'm staying downstairs. She'll probably be up in a while to nag me for biscuits. Anyway, let's go get into the game. Last time round, firstly, it sort of started after these monsters have attacked. You can see that's what the monster's like. Oh, they've gone now, but that picture's gone now. But there was a monster down in the left-hand corner. Lou from the sky, 30 months. There's the monster. They look very much like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, to a point where I'm almost like, was there not like any kind of lawsuit there? Bit weird, bit close to the Demogorgon. Kate's Comics raid. We only just got started, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Nice to see you. Aquafox is raiding. Demigorgont. Come on in. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the raiding. So yeah, we started out. We were with. It was sort of after the monsters have arrived. You know, we're in this sort of post-apocalyptic state. Monsters have arrived. Humanity is trying to survive and cope with them. I was hanging out with my douchey boyfriend. I learned that I was pregnant. We were sort of going around looking for scavenging, and during scavenging, I took a pregnancy test, as you do. Learned that I was preggers, or pregnant. Then he got killed, sacrificed himself for me to survive because I got stuck in a log randomly. Then pomegranate. Was that where the word pomegranate comes from? Where's the bebe? Where's the bebe? Says Michelle. Then what happened? Then it got cut to me being at a hospital, which is where my little family is hanging out. My douchey ex-boyfriend's mum hates me a bit arbitrarily and a bit stupidly, really, considering it's not me that killed him, it's the aliens. And then it all kicked off, and I had to get out of the hospital. And at that point, it's where it all went wrong gameplay-wise, and I started getting killed a lot just by burping or eating crisps. And that's where we're at. So let's carry on. Am I keeping the mic on? Hell yes, I am. For a while anyway. Let's see how this goes. Um, let's see how it goes. If it's gonna work or not. The daddy was hot, was he? He was a bit. He had a bit of a Jared Leto vibe about him, and I didn't like that. Um, I got to remember to pause it if I want to talk at the moment. He was pretty creepy and wrote some terrible music. Sky, I think it was actually my character that was writing the terrible music. Um, hey, Rag, sorry to hear you're not well. I hope you get better soon. I hope you feel better soon. Um, I'm now going to start creeping through the hospital. I'm going to have to just talk very quietly. Do we have dangerous snacks today? No. I thought about bringing some. I could go get some. I've got some potato chips downstairs. I could go get them. I have got an interesting cursed drink experiment in a minute. I got an interesting cursed drink experiment in a while. Shall I reveal what it is now? No. I've forgotten how to crouch. That's a problem. Hi, Danny. Hello. This is what Tom's neighbour expects him to be like when he streams. This is what she expects me to be like 24/7. 24/7. This is how she wants me to be. Um. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I think I accidentally got killed there. I think I accidentally unpaused it while I was still talking. Wonder if you could bribe Clem to sneak up and freak Tom out. That would be... Okay, I wasn't even opening some... Alex, I think I accidentally talked there. I might have also stepped on something. Jesus, I'm already dead. This animation is a bit overly elaborate. Do I have to reset the mic sensitivity each time? Let's have a look at the menu and see. Stops them. I was stepping on things to be fair. I wouldn't count any deaths in this, to be frank with you. To be frank with you, Alex, because I'm going to just die a lot just from random. Where is it up in gameplay? Enable microphone. Yes. Oh, that sensitivity is high. That sensitivity was crazy high. I don't know what. It's not very helpful. I have no idea what conversion sensitivity or minimum threshold is. The idea that they've just used kind of what are probably in-depth audio terms. So Sorry, so say that. Someone just gave me a clue as to like where they should be. Threshold should be up and conversion should be down. Okay. Like, oh, that looks very easy. That looks okay. So I can whisper like this, and it's okay. Okay, everybody, get used to some buttery nonsense. Buttery nonsense from Tom. Hello, everybody. ASMR indeed. Let's continue then. Buttery Tom is here, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome on in to the stream. I'm going to be playing a little bit of Quiet Place here. Here we are in the hospital, and I'm just going to be sneaking around for a little bit and trying to get out of this place without annoying any of these cheeky little aliens. Izzy Legs is going to get some toast with this butter. Good for her. A Buttery Tom emote where it's me covered in melted butter. Horrible. That would be quite a good emote though. Quite a good... Oh, can I not get over here? It seems I can talk though. Oh, I see there's a little sneaky route down here. Me and a bucket of buttery popcorn. I think I found the level I can talk at though, everybody, which is something. When did... This is not just any video game. This is Marks and Spencer's video game. I've got to unscrew some screws now, everybody. Tense. Alex keeps on talking about me not farting, as if I am always farting on the stream, and I just have to say, I try not to fart when I'm streaming. I do try not to fart when I'm streaming, everybody. Shit, run. Okay, I'm just going to pause this because Law just said, what if the fetus screams? What are we on? Now, if the fetus farts, that could be an issue. If it was a loud fart, I don't know if that's ever been recorded, a fetus farting, and it can be heard through my tummy because I'm pregnant. But what if the fetus screams? Law, what kind of weird... Law, what kind of weird situation is that? Do fetuses fart? Also a good question. I don't know. I've never actually even thought about it. Do I have any snacks today? I do not. I might go and get some though. So whoever said baby scream, a fetus is not a baby. I need to just need to be clear about this. Fetuses are not babies. Different things. The fetus comes before the baby. Musicala, there is always a cursed thing. There's always a cursed thing. You gotta just wait and find out. You guys doing any kind of Progante meme or any like how is Babby formed? You, You're gonna break me again. It's not fair. Oh, it's Baby Chupkin. Oh, baby Chupkin, baby Chupkin. I put a little, I put a little groove into it. Baby Chupkin. Um, let's go. I think I'm nearly about to get out of this hospital. Have I seen the Luigi board video? Yes, I have. Yes, I have now. People sent it to me. Hang on, have I just gone around all that way just to end up in the rooms where I started? Because I am going to kick off. I thought that was going to be X to use the soap dispenser there for a minute, and there'll be some kind of weird, obscure mechanic where if you have soapy hands, the monsters can't hear you as much. So hang on, was that telling me? I think that was a monster on the other side of the doors. Um, so pause 11. Oh, we're logging pauses today. I like that. I do have an effing torch, but I don't know where. For some reason, I pulled out my um, sound meter. Hang on, can I just point out that the douchey boyfriend had a poster on his bedroom wall that just said beer. Beer, beer. I'm a boy and I like beer. Um, I can't see the lungs because of my camera. All right, that's probably a very good tip. I've not even thought about the lungs mechanic. I've got to admit, was a mechanic that I didn't quite understand last time when they explained it. Just boy things. Just boy things. It should say at the top of the poster, just boy things, and at the bottom, beer, like that. Are lesbians still real? Someone in chat just asked, which is a very important question. Last stream of this, we did in fact affirm that lesbians are real. I need to say again, as part of this sequence of streams, this series of streams, that lesbians are still real this week. Very important. Bi people also real. Yes. Lesbians are also iconic, as are bi people. You did hear it here first. You guys are going to get me killed by an alien monster that looks suspiciously like a demigorgon bite because of I'm so excited about confirming that lesbians and bi people are iconic and also pregnant. Madam Nostalgia, you are making me talk because you're giving me subjects that I'm passionate about. Yes, I've got a lot of new. I got a lot. I haven't got any new Gundams. No, I did get. For people who saw me tweet about Pulgasari, I got a Pulgasari action figure from like a really small like indie American company that is making like little limited runs of kaiju figures, and he's such an awesome Pulgasari. Am I gonna watch G Quooks? Yeah, for people who G Quooks. Um, G Quooks. Yeah. So firstly, the Pulgasari set does indeed come with a little babby Pulgasari because Pulgasari was prognant, and also it comes with some buildings that you can wreck, which is really fun. Um, G Cooks. Someone who's asked me about G Cooks or G Cooks, which is the new Gundam series, which has got a crazy name. It looks kind of cool. I'm sort of waiting to see how it develops. I probably will watch it because generally the Gundam they put out Gundam stuff on the official Gundam YouTube channel, so I probably will watch it when it comes out. Can the babby kissed on its tiny nose? Yes, I did kiss the Pulgasari on its tiny nose. That's what I like to do with my kaiju. I give them a little kiss on their tiny noses. Although in real life their noses would be huge. Hey Ari, we are Poigan. Poigan. Poigan's the best I've seen so far today. Poigan is or Polganant. I like that one, Grazer. Um, I can talk a little bit like this. Did we end up? We did tweak the sensitivity settings a little bit. I forgot actually. I can talk like I'm sort of buttery Tom. I can talk like that. Um, Pregux. Fuck, get in, get in. Oh, I think that might be me dead. Whoops. Oopla. Oopla. Bit of a bit of an annoying thing that I've been sent all this way back. Oops. I've been sent quite far back. Taya, hey Taya. Taya, nice When you're Grogont with fetus. This is indeed this is the Tom After Dark voice. I'm about to just find out if the alien coming in here is a scripted event. Interesting. Off he pops. Bye-bye, alien. I think the clicking was the monster. Hi, tiny tidbit. Hello there. Last time round I didn't come down into the chapel. Madam Nostalgic, it's just sound they key on. It's just sound. I think in the first film it's explained that they Babby Jingus. Babby Jesus. Pregnant with Babby Jingus. Am I pregnant with Babby Jingus? The power of Babby Jingus compels you. Bye-bye, Miller. Just gonna say, popping candy's a really, really good idea, and I think next time round we'll experiment with some popping candy. Popping candy is the kind of candy you put in your mouth and it goes, it pops, it goes. That was a very good impression of popping candy that I just did. Hey, whoa there, nice to see you. I like the timing of Madam Nostalgic asking, is everyone else dead, just as that happened. Supposed to go here, I'm guessing. Maybe over there where the flickering light is. Does baby like when I crunch? Well, shit, it looks like I've got to go down into the basement. Puddle nearly killed me there. Hey, Shaggy. Hello, Shaggy. So the Minky just got it. Not happy about that. So it's saying, what does it say? Sometimes there might be situations where you'll need to pass. Oh, have I got to like distract it? Was clicking yes. I'm not sure if I was supposed to make a noise there to kind of draw it to one place and then keep moving. Don't know. But I managed to get around it anyway. The thing is, when you normally make a noise, they just immediately just leap you. They just scrag you immediately. There's no... They're so quick. Oh, if you throw something... I didn't know you could throw things. In fact, I didn't find... I don't know if there were any items I found that you could throw yet. Shaik, what are the items you can throw? Babby. So I'm going to keep this picture for Babby. Bottles, rocks, just stuff on the ground. Oh, I don't think I found any of those things yet. Yeah, maybe the cans on the ground. Okay, it's highlighted so you can see them. Yeah, I didn't notice anything. I stepped on them all. Good, thank you. Hey, what time is it? I might break out the curseness. I'm going to, in fact. I'm just going to pause the stream just for 1 second. I'm going to turn the heater off because it's getting very warm in here. And I'm also going to... Maybe I might go and grab some potato chips for the next bit. See if I can eat the potato chips whilst playing the game. That was fun last time. Give me 1 second, folks. Just going to pause the game. I will be back. Pause the stream. I'll be back 30 seconds, literally. All right. See you in a minute. Okay. Hey, folks. I am back. I got potato chips here. McCoy's very crunchy potato chips. We'll try a crunch test with the monsters in a minute. I'm not there. Can you see me? I can't see Tom, but I can hear. The camera sometimes does. Hang on a second. What to do? Let me try and move the camera. It's an annoying thing that sometimes happens. Okay, can you see me now? Can you see me now? Yes, I'm back. Okay. Sometimes you just have to reset the camera. I have potato chips for a crunch test. But, more importantly, actually, let me pause the game. I thought I'd do an interesting... So, the very deadly Phoenix Seahorse, who has provided me with many cursed items, has provided me, this time round, with a bottle of pure pickle juice here. Bottle of pure pickle juice. Just pickle juice there. And I thought, what we do this? Because I've done before, like I've done pickle juice and milk. I think I've done pickle juice in a few other things. But what I thought about is last summer, I think, Dua Lipa, the singer Dua Lipa, went kind of... she had a viral moment when she had a drink that she tried, which was Pepsi with pickle juice and jalapenos. So I'm going to try this situation. So, firstly, Diet Coke here. Diet Coke. I'm going to pour some out. Let's get that going on. That's the base. Tom is a Dua Lipa wannabe. How did you know? All right. Ooh. Okay. Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, whatever. Diet Coke and pickle juice is good, says Roxy Cat. Roxy Cat knows this. Dua Lipa. All right. I know I'm an old timer, but we've heard of your singers like Dua Lipa and Sabrina Carpenter. Okay. Chapel Rowan. All right, pickle juice. Oh, that's very pickly. Very pickly. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, I'll do one more glug. Okay, 2 glugs of pickle juice. It doesn't actually say what kind of pickle juice it is. It just says pickle juice. Look, that's the label on it. And it does indeed smell very pickly. Okay, then after that, what she does... Oh, I just licked some off my finger, and it's very briny indeed. Okay, so here we've got a jar of jalapeno pickles. There. Jalapeno, sliced green jalapenos. And so what she does is she adds a bit of the brine. Hang on, I gotta just... So she adds a bit of the... She adds a bit of the brine from the jalapenos. How many subs did die on it? I gotta sample it first and then we'll see. So let's just pour... Oh! Okay, I've done one glug. Let's do one more glug. Okay, 2 glugs of jalapeno juice. And then she also, if Dua Lipa told you to chug it, would I? Hell yes, I would. She also, in the video where she shows this off, she puts a couple of jalapenos in the drink. So I guess I should do that. So I drink it. So here we go. Here is a glass of the Dua Lipa pickle, chili, jalapeno Pepsi drink. Okay. Smelling it, I'm going to say, it doesn't smell good. Pickle juice is quite overwhelming. Okay. Maybe I've got my measurements wrong, but that's fucking grim. The pickle juice has sort of overwhelmed everything else. Apparently it's meant to have like this nice balance of like chili heat from the chilies, the sort of briny kind of savouriness of the pickle juice, and then the sweetness of the Coke. I probably should have stirred it up. Hang on. Ugh. It's fucking horrible. Does she use diet? Yes, she does. That's even worse. Dua Lipa, what are you on? Ugh. That's fucking horrible. That's really horrible. You get a nice kind of chili kick from it. Hang on, I'm going to eat one of the pickles. I'm really going to regret this. How many subs? This is... To down this, 40 subs, easy. I'm going to eat a pickle. That's fucking weird when it's been in Coke. Oh. I like jalapenos, but they're weird when they're being in Coke. 75 at least. Let's say I'm gonna up it to 50. Hang on. But I'm gonna up it to 50, but I'm also gonna top it up. Papier de toilette. I think the pickles, yeah, I like jalapenos. I like jalapenos. I'm good with that. Okay, I'm putting a bit more. All right, Law, fair enough. Law said, I said 40. I can't change it now. All right. One day I've got to learn to up my There you go. That's the full glass. I'm going to try it one more. Fucking hell, Dua Lipa. It's even that's even less pleasant. Fucking weird. I've had like picklebacks as a classic shot. You know, you have a shot of whiskey, then a shot of pickle juice. I've done that. Very pleasant. I wonder if this pickle juice is incredibly concentrated because the flavor is intense. Um, Picklebacks are nasty, says Avery. I'm alright with them. I'm alright with them. Let's get back to the game. 40. If we get 40 subs, then I will down it. This. After that, if there are any more subs, you remember last time we were doing 5 subs and I eat the chips. To see if we. Oh yeah, curse rating. Uh 8.5. It's quite high, folks. It's a high cursed rating. 8.5 on that one. And then she has leftover pickle juice from a jar. Yeah, Stitch Kid. I'm wondering if that's different. I'm wondering if Stitch. I'm wondering if this concentrated pickle juice. I mean, look at the intensity. This pickle juice bottle. I don't know if you can see it. It's got green lightning on it. Green lightning. 10. We're at 10 out of 40. 10 out of 40. R.I.P. my stomach. Okay, great. 50. Twenty. 25. Guy, thank you. But no, thank you. 30. Oh no. I should have gone 50. I should have gone 50 with this. Laws. 31.
Oh, little owl.
Peaches said no pausing allowed, quiet chunders only, and I need to point out. I mean, when I ate those crickets, it was nearly a very loud, very live chunder. So, we'll see what happens here. Are we already at 25 pauses? Shike said, "Do we care?" So, someone cares. Ari, chunder is British slang for being puking, for being sick. I think that's the nasty mum. That's the nasty mum. Nasty mum is there. I don't know. Is that just through in a little cave or something? Night night, Aqua. Bye bye. Bye bye, Aquafox. Don't forget to check out Aquafox's amazing Minky merch. Um, um, a year now of amazing Minky merch. There have been Bob key rings recently. Oh no. Sky did it. Sky pushed it over the edge. All right. I'm going to drink this all. I'm not going to. Do I have to eat the chilies as well? Oh, and Shike's making me unpause. Oh, that's really horrible, guys. It's really, really horrible. Dua Lipa! Oh, it's fucking grim. I bet you she puts a lot less pickle juice than I did as well. Oh, all right. We're not even halfway yet. UK healthcare working out her Dua Lipa stronger than Tom DeVille. Can we make this a subathon goal? What do you mean, Alex? To do this again? Oh my god. Oh, every it gets worse as it goes on. I don't know why, but it just got worse. One of those chilies just tried to slip into my mouth there. Gross. Jindira, the drink is Dua Lipa's invention of Diet Coke, pickle juice, and jalapeno juice with jalapenos. Oh, it's definitely getting worse lower down. I wonder if somehow the pickle juice and the chili juice have gone to the bottom. Linicus, I've got to drink it. It was a challenge. Brine sinks, says Terry. I should have figured that out earlier, shouldn't I? That would make sense. Brine is saltier. It would slip to the bottom, wouldn't it? Is it worse than the crickets? The crickets was bad because it was all at once, and the crickets were very, very dry. And also, I became supremely aware because of how dry they were. I became supremely aware um, of how insecty they were. Like it suddenly was like very, very, very clearly I was just chewing on a mass of insect shells. Um, Clemmy, you come to save your pop from drinking this horrible drink. Um, Go on, darling. Oh, I'm at that so far. I'm at that. Sort of, I've got about maybe a third left. And it's getting brighter and brighter as it goes on. Um, I nearly burst out laughing with a whole mouthful of that with the Gondor calls for aid. Sky, you're watching an ongoing, yeah. Oh no, I just got a bit of chili in my mouth, like a seed or something. What does Chapel Rowan drink? Nearly. Chili. She drinks lesbians because they are real. Chapel Rowan might look like a mythical animal, like a unicorn or a fairy queen, but she is real. I did it. I ate both of the chilies as well. That was my first burps are going to be horrendous. Correct, Zom Jess. Absolutely wrong. Dua Lipa wrong. Took a lot longer than I was hoping as well. Gut rot tonight, correct. I got a nice spicy mouth right now, though, tingly. My favourite meme from the Grammys, was it the Grammys last week or the Emmys? Grammys, I think it was the Grammys, wasn't it? Was like a clip of like a bit of Chapel Roan giving her speech, and then underneath it there was a picture of Mr. Burns and Smithers, and Mr. Burns was saying, "Have Kate Bush killed, have Kate Bush executed." Um, that amused me. What's this cutscene? These guys, that woman there is a dick. That's all you need to know. Well, I'm dead. That one can just absolutely back to being pegaronant. That can just kept going, didn't it? That can really, really, really rubbed it in. It was like, I'm gonna just keep, can you imagine like her going, oh, and it just keeps on going. My mouth is burning now. When the monster eats you, is the baby the creamy center? You guys are absolutely out of control. Oh no, I gotta do all of that again. Can Peganont people drink pickle juice? It's probably one of those things they can't actually drink. I'm going back to buttery now. The baby is the pickle. The baby is the olive in the martini. Picklenant. I'm Picklenant. Bye, Kate's Comics. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'm gonna try and get my torch out. I'm stuck a cookie. I've never had Lay's pickle chips. I'm curious about pickle chips. I gotta admit, I've never had pickle chips. We don't have them over here, so I'm curious about those. The McCoys are indeed salt and vinegar. Salt and vinegar. That's maybe our British equivalent. We do have pickle onion monster munch, which I guess might be close to pickle chips. Man, I pretty much when I was a kid, pickle onion monster munch were the best. Fuck's sake, Tom says peaches. what is your question, please? Please ask your question. Am I in a pickle? Unfortunately, I am in a pickle right now. Yes. Kind of a big deal, I think you'll find. Sobery shy, you've missed me drinking a truly disgusting drink. I like the idea of picklebacks. Picklebacks for the I like the idea of the picklebacks for the subathon. Ooh, Maisie there with a lot of pickle emotes. Timmy Pickles. Okay, so one thing I'm enjoying about this game is they keep on bringing in neat little mechanics, mostly mechanics designed to make things harder for me, but they are definitely bringing in more mechanics. The lungs are steaming. Bye, rabbit. The lungs are steaming because I think I'm in a dusty area. So it seems that I picked up a plank, and now because I've picked up the plank, I can't operate anything. Not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. So this door can't open. I need the plank in the next room. You can't whack the door with a plank. Is there a way to get the plank over here? I don't think so. Shit, my lungs are looking terrible. Let's go back and have a little look. Is there a way to lean the plank up on one of these and then climb over the other one? Okay, Shike, tell me. Tell me, Shikey. Shike? Oh. Oh. I thought I'd found a key. I found a key. Ams took a cookie. I will be very excited by the Lay's chips. Far more excited than I was about the candy canes. the absolutely horrifying. There's a whole lot of Clym going on there. This is a disaster. Oh, hang on. Alright, I need to get out of here. This is not going well. This house is She did indeed. Clym's very good at making nests. She's very big at that. So I'm looking for a key. According to Shike, I'm looking for a key. I thought I picked a key up, but I can't see. I can explore areas, says Shike. Chased by wolves. I don't know what the... oh, fuck, yeah, you're right. My lungs are looking bad. I'm safe from the aliens now because I've got a plank. Yes, the plague. I got the plague, everybody. Why is it dusty here in the outdoors? Can you run when that happens? Shike, can you run? Or I just assumed that was like an automatic kill. I don't. No, you can't, says Shike. Okay. I got my hopes up there briefly that you can actually escape. What the fuck did I step on? Very good question. Very good question. She's progress, no running. Babby just says, Madam Nostalgic. How far back has it put me? Oh, I see. I know where I am. Need plank. Ooh. The flashlight batteries do run out. You can charge them, but I think you have to find new batteries. See you, Gingerbolt. Bye-bye. Buttery bye. Mooncarfling, I would love a horror movie fun fact. Yes, please. In 1922, Nosferatu was fully banned in Sweden for being too scary for 50 years. It's not that scary. Rosie Lee, I can't talk right now much, but yes, the game is noise sensitive. Oof, that was tense. Law's doing some very good jokes, but I'm in a very tricky part of the game, so I can't read them out. Ooh, that was tense. Yeesh. This game is really good, folks. It's really good. Like, a lot better than any movie tie-in has a right to be. Movie tie-ins generally not great. This one is really well done. People said it was mid. I mean, it's clearly a double A, but then most movie tie-ins are double A's these days. A safe room.
Jesus.
Ray, I can
All
talk.
these people. Mark. Dad. Oh God. No.
Oh, there's look at my own face there. That's me, Prognant. What's scarier than this game? Math homework, says Law. Good job. It's been a while since we've had to do math homework, but yes. I mean, everyone in that hospital most of them seem like dicks, I'll be honest, so... not too cut up about I would quite like it if we could find a shotgun at some point and just shotgun an alien like they do at the end of the movie. Oh, might take a little break here and do some should we do some horror movie or like writing questions? We haven't done that in a while. Howdy, Mousy. Should we just do that? Because this feels like a nice little place to break after that very, very tense section. Why was the mouse scary? Fart scary? Because the sound came from the morgue. Anyone got any writing questions for us to do for the last like 10 minutes of the Mousy? Thank you for 17 months. Last 10 minutes of the stream. So I think we're going to break the game there because that section, whew, that was tense. How do you write something without dialogue? You just write the actions, and if the characters have any expressions on their faces that you want to relay, then you add that in. You don't overwrite. Don't feel that because you're not having people speak, you have to over-explain everything, but just like little bits of detail. What horror movie do you wish you could forget and watch fresh? Oh. I mean, there's so many good... I mean, that could apply to any horror movie. What's a good horror movie with a twist? Like, the original The Sixth Sense? Fucking great twist. The Scrotum, I wish I could just forget. Full stop. Trashy has arrived. Hi, Trashy. Favorite way to get back into an older writing project you've had on the back burner? Cup of Rosie Lee. I think the writing is kind of like cooking, right? So if you're going to heat something up that's you're taking out of the freezer to try and carry the metaphor across, Toy Donut was in a test market for Blair Witch. That's cool. So say you, Lavinia88, I do not know much about self-publishing, I'm afraid, so I can't help you with that. But I'm sure if you Google it, you will find a lot of information about that. I saw someone saw Seven was another film that's seeing it for the first time in the cinema. It's kind of Seven, I would say, is a sort of horror thriller. Seven reaching the. I remember walking out of Seven, and the audience was just devastatedly quiet by the ending of Seven, and that was an amazing experience. Just the chill that ran down my spine of walking out of that cinema and like realizing you could have that much of an impact on an audience was amazing. The other one that was a really fun experience was the first time when I went to see From Dusk Till Dawn. Again, the first time I saw that at the cinema, I knew that From Dusk Till Dawn was a vampire movie, but a lot of people in the audience, because I read film magazines and all that kind of stuff, I knew all about. A lot of people in that audience didn't know that From Dusk Till Dawn was a vampire movie, and the gasp that went up in that cinema when I think Salma Hayek turns into a vampire first. The absolute gasp of that was incredible, and so that experience again would be an amazing one. So sorry, Cup of Rosie Lee asked about how do you return to an old project. Writing is kind of like cooking. Say you're taking sometimes you do put an idea in the freezer. Sometimes you get a little idea, you maybe do a bit of work on it, but it's not what you're really into at the moment, and then you pull it out and you need to start on it. You need to kind of bring that idea back to life. And how do you do that? You heat it up. You've got to basically put it in the pan, which is the front of your brain, and you've got to so don't immediately start writing. That's like the equivalent of eating the frozen food, right? You're just taking it out of the Tupperware and just biting into it frozen. No good. You need to warm it back up. You need to get it in the front of your brain, sit on it for a while as it's simmering, as it's coming back to life. Remember what it is that drew you to it in the first place. Remember what made you excited, find new things, add new spices in that you didn't have in the original time to start bringing it more and more to life. You need to kind of let, a big part of writing is always the thought process, the planning before you actually write. My big advice with most writing is don't dive in straight away. Let it percolate a bit, heat it up, add in the spice. Then when it's kind of bubbling away there on the in the front of your head, that's when you start writing. That's when you start writing. There you go. Um, Old slashers, Bloodless Dragon cosplays. I love old slashers. Grew up on old slashers. They were my Nightmare on Elm Street was the first. The original Nightmare on Elm Street was the first proper horror film I ever watched. Can a villain truly be redeemed, or are some actions unforgivable? Um, some actions are unforgivable. Yes, I mean there are clear acts of evil that we can't really forgive. I'm not going to list any here, and I mean if you're talking about in a writing sense, sometimes like would say like a character like Michael Myers, you don't want to like Michael Myers. The interesting about Michael Myers as he's revealed in the first Halloween movie is, they talk about him like he's this being of pure evil, right? He's just this thing of evil that likes to kill, right? And that's such a cool frightening idea. It's such a cool frightening idea that he is just this being of pure evil. So with him, you don't want to humanize him or bring him back from that. That's exciting that he may be a man in form. In the original movie he's called the Shape, because although he's the shape of a man, he's just like pure driven evil that likes to kill. That's all he does. He just wants to kill, right? So sometimes you don't want to bring evil back from, you don't want to, you don't want to what's the word, you know sort of salvage uh, or make someone that was evil good again. Sometimes it's better just allow them to be pure evil. There's been a whole trend actually, like I guess in Star Wars with Kylo Ren, where there's been a lot of trend in literature recently to go, oh look, maybe the evil guy isn't so evil, and maybe, and okay, that's interesting. It can be interesting that we're, but sometimes a thing should just be evil. That's kind of one of the reasons I like Nosferatu. Not all the versions of Nosferatu. He is just this fucking nasty monster of a vampire. He's not, there's not anything good or decent about him. He's literally a rotting corpse in the new one. Um, uh, But of course, yeah, Jindira makes a good point. No one is a villain to themselves, and this is true. A thing you have to fight about. Well, I mean, again, but Michael Myers. I mean, what does even Michael Myers think about? He just thinks about killing. So maybe he doesn't think that killing is a bad thing. Maybe he just kills because it's what drives him or whatever. And so you could argue that he doesn't see himself as a villain. It's just what he does. But yes, um, it's a good way of thinking about villains. Say you're thinking about a superhero story, or a lot of villains. Even Seven, right? In Seven, John Doe has this whole speech about why he's doing what he's doing, and he's got a rationale for it. He sees himself as a good person. He sees himself as someone who is teaching the city a lesson to wake them up and see that they've got to be better people than they are right now. And to do that, he's carrying out this horrifying act to make that happen. So yeah, a lot of villains do. You should think about that. A lot of villains don't see themselves as the villain of the story. But then some villains, some killers like Michael Myers, it's a different deal. When you read, do I mostly read horror books? No, I would say I read 50% horror books, 50% a variety of other things. I just finished reading Bleak House by Charles Dickens, which is one of his masterpieces and is a very long book. He reads smart, says Shike. How dare you? Any more questions? We'll do one more question and then we'll call it for tonight. Only on the weekends for smut. Do I have what is my favorite book? I've never really had a favorite book. Favorite classic lit book. I mean, Dracula. I'm gonna cheat and say Dracula because it's like a horror, or Frankenstein. It's a bit cheap because they're both like horror, but I would argue they're both classic. I'm going to go for Frankenstein, actually. Frankenstein, out of the two, I think is the most morally interesting of the books. I think Dracula is the more readable book. It's more pulpy. But those two, I'm going to say they are my favorite classic literature. I'm cheating and bringing horror back into it. But those two, I think, are amazing, and just really readable and beautiful. Um, Trashy's going back to their box. Trashy, there wasn't enough of you tonight. Um, 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 so Jekyll and Hyde, says Michelle. Yeah, it's real. Jekyll and Hyde's quite short and sweet. Most recent non-horror read you enjoyed? Bleak House. Bleak House. Bleak House actually has a couple of weird gothic touches to it, which I kind of don't want to spoil, but there's a couple of weird moments in it. There is like mention of a ghost in one part of the story. I'll say it, like halfway through the story, someone in Bleak House spontaneously combusts, which is pretty wild. You're not expecting it, and the description of it is pretty horrifying. Have I read Our Hideous Progeny? No. Tale of Two Cities is going to be my next Dickens. That's my next one on the list, but I probably won't read that for a while because I like to space them out. I like to do, like I'll do a Dickens, and then I'll go and do something else for a while. I'll read something else for a while, and then I'll come back to. I'm reading at the moment. I'm reading Private Rights, which is a sort of horror novel by Julia Amfield, and it's fucking great. Look it up if it tickles your fancy. I'd say it's really, so far I'm only like a third of the way into it, but Private Rights by Julia Amfield is very good. There you go. Camp Damascus, yes, that's on my list. Chuck, what's his face? Have I attempted the Silmarillion? No, I haven't. But I'm not much of a Tolkien geek. I've read like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, but Chuck Tingle, that's who I'm thinking of. I'm not a huge Tolkien geek. I kind of like his stuff, but I sort of, yeah, I'm not geeky enough to want to read all the kind of background lore. Have I read Mexican Gothic? No, but that is also on my list. Morally, do I have favourite morally grey, black-leaning characters? I was talking about recently on a cameo. I was talking about Pratchett, and one of the characters I mentioned was Cut Me Own Throat Dibbler, who's this kind of morally grey, cheeky. He's like a real sort of wheeler dealer. He's like the ultimate wheeler dealer character. Stephen Graham Jones, I've read a bunch of. I've read the first of the Angel Lake books, and I just picked up the second one, and I've read The Only Good Indians, which is fucking great. I really recommend. Great horror novel, The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. Fucking great, really readable horror novel. Really good. Stephen Graham Jones is I'm never sure what the right, is it indigenous American? I don't know. How do you say it? American people, please tell me. How do we refer to indigenous American people now? Because we don't keep Native American. Do we just? I thought Native American was not politically correct anymore. Okay, Native American. Stephen Graham Jones. I got told off, I think, a while back for saying Native American. So, yeah, I'm really, I have to be very careful. Okay, Canadians say indigenous. Okay, so Native American. Stephen Graham Jones is a Native American author. He writes from a Native American perspective a lot. The Only Good Indians is about Native American. Has a monster from Native American folklore in it, and all the characters are Native American, and it's amazing. They're amazing. Most politically correct way is by tribe. I unfortunately in the UK we are it's unless we are told very specifically, it is very hard to keep track of who is in which tribes. I'm sorry, but yes, um, but yeah. Anyway, anyway, it's Stephen Graham Jones, great writer. Really recommend his work. I'm enjoying it work a lot, and I've got, like I said, I bought the second of the Angel Lake trilogy, which I'm really excited about. Um, what other Dickens have I read? Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, and A Christmas Carol. I've not read The Spirit Bares Its Teeth, but that sounds interesting. I will look it up. Cuppa Rosie Lee. Anyway, folks, I am going to call it here. Just as a quick mention, cameo. I mentioned cameos a minute ago. Cameos, I think, for the next 48 hours or 24 hours are on sale for Valentine's Day. So if you want any kind of cameo type fun stuff, writing advice, pep talks, I've read poems, I've written little stories, but cameos are on sale at the moment for the next couple of days for Valentine's Day. So if you're in the mood for a cameo, maybe save yourself a little bit of money there. Um, uh, apart from that, schedule for the next few days. Tomorrow night is going to be a Neil stream. Friday also possibly is going to be a Neil stream. Then Saturday, nothing because we're recording the podcast all day, and so I'm going to be tired in the evening, so nothing is happening on Saturday. Sunday, very probably, is when we're going to be back here for a raft stream. Is Neil feeling better? His voice is gradually recovering. I talked to him for a bit today. His voice is getting stronger and stronger. Very possibly two Neil streams in a row, Ruxy Cat. Although knowing Neil, he might well choose to step out of the Friday one because he'll suddenly realise he's got to prepare more for the podcast on Saturday. So, but at the moment, the plan is Neil tomorrow and Friday. But so that's the plan at the moment. Sometimes it changes. Will I stream on Friday if he doesn't? Yeah, probably. Probably. Often, if Neil will cancel, then I'll jump in. We'll jump in. Is he doing anything for Valentine's Day? I mean, on the stream, maybe. I don't know. Is there a Valentine? We could play a dating sim on the stream. Anyway, as per usual, folks, thank you so much for being awesome people to hang out with. Thank you very much to the mods, Skidder Critter, JJ Sleepy Jen, Phoenix Seahorse, and Gem Skywalker. Thank you so much, mods, for looking after everyone. Is that Hataro Pigeon? What's the pigeon dating sim? Potentially BG3 is a bit of a dating sim. Maybe we'll just be romantic in BG3 together on Friday. La, 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 la. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to everyone who gifted subs and resubbed, except for the people who gave those subs that made me drink that absolutely disgusting drink. That was not called for. Full Boyfriend, that's what I was thinking of. And see you tomorrow on Neil's channel. See you tomorrow on Neil's channel, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Is the stream still on? It is still on.